Hello YouTube, welcome to the second installment of the Iron Pokemon Challenge, or the second broadcast. I'm not going to even talk about that this time. Today I have two new special guests with me. Right here I have my friend Isaac, or Stitched Ego. Say hello.
Sup, nerds?
Well, way to offend half the audience. He has a YouTube channel that he says he's going to be more active on. I don't know about that, but you can ask him. And you can go check out that YouTube channel by clicking this link right here.
Yeah, click that link.
Okay. And along with me is also a friend from the same community in which I met Isaac, Swift.
Hello!
Yes. Get that. Women play Pokemon too. Anyway. We're gonna just jump right into this thing. I've already explained the rules to them like 4,000 times, and they watched the first one, I hope. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and start. Well, first I want to ask, are you guys excited?
Heck yeah!
Very excited.
Alright, good.
Awesome.
Because that was my goal. I came up with the theme. I'm the arbiter this time, in fact. So, who knows what's gonna happen. Alright. So, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, the theme is... Drumroll, please. Thank you. Thank you for that mediocre 3 out of 10 drumroll.
Ready?
Not bad, but we're getting distracted. Alright, the theme is... No more drumroll. We don't need a drumroll. The theme is... The 3 Pokemon in your team must tell a famous story. And I use the word famous because I want this to be something that my audience will look at and be like, oh hey, it's that story. So, you could use something like a Disney movie because everyone's seen Disney movies. You could use something like a nursery rhyme because everyone's heard of the nursery rhymes. You can use a fairy tale. You can use a Bible story if you want to. Just a famous story that my audience will recognize.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa, you weren't expecting
That's
that?
gonna be really difficult to come up with.
So, for example, I gave this theme idea to Brobat previously, and he said he would use Beauty and the Beast, and that he would use Gardevoir, Luxray, and Chandelure. Yeah. So that's just an idea to get your mind flowing. You can implement all sorts of things, like, if the ability of a Pokemon is something that, like, makes, or, like, really sells it, then that can work as long as it sells it well.
Right.
But it's all up to you, because you get to choose your story, and you get to choose your Pokemon, so... I give you some freedom, but I'm also giving you some restrictions. It's an interesting theme, and I hope you guys like it. So what do you two think of the theme?
It's definitely going to be interesting. I'm going to have tons of fun figuring out what story to use.
Mm-hmm.
Well...
I already have a few in mind of which are my favorite stories.
Well, don't say them yet, because it's Swift here, and she's gonna know all your secrets.
She's gonna know the stuff.
I will find out everything.
And yeah, that'll be no bueno.
Alright. So you guys get the team building now.
What I chose to represent my theme was Hercules. So walk through with me as I build my team. Naturally, the part of Herc will be played by Heracross. I had a tough time choosing between him and Machamp, but I like Heracross a lot better than Machamp. And I was also having a tough time whether I wanted to go for the Mega or whether I wanted to go for an old set of mine, so I decided to try the old set. A Salac Berry Moxicross set. Not sure if anyone else utilizes this. Tried to type Moxicross. Stupid. So, basically, what happens is he uses the best of the best of his moveset. So, Close Combat, Mega Horn, Stone Edge, and you're probably wondering, how am I sure that Salac Berry is going to activate? This is why I also utilize this move. Endure. It leaves the using Pokemon with only 1 HP left, guaranteeing that Salac Berry will activate, and it will give Heracross a better chance of striking back. And I will name him appropriately. Hercules. Herc. Okay, so, and as for his set, he's naturally going to be adamant. You're probably thinking why I didn't want to go jolly. Sometimes I like to go jolly for the speed, but other times I just want the power. And with his speed boost, he'll definitely move at an adequate pace. So, yeah. Next up is Chandelure. And Chandelure will naturally be played by James Woods. No, seriously though, he's going to be playing the part of Hades. So, I'm going to give this one a focus sash because I have a particular set that I want to use about this Pokemon. So, I decided to stay with Flash Fire instead of Infiltrator because he would be able to cover Herc's weakness of fire. So that definitely works, and it would also give him an immunity. Because considering it's also a focus sash set, trying to switch in on a fire move and then breaking your sash is not very smart. Okay, as for moves, I'm going to start with Flame Charge. That's where the focus sash comes in. Flame Charge would definitely guarantee him a boost in speed, and it would basically be like a Choice Scarf Chandelure, except I'm not screwed over by the limited one choice. And so, the rest would be Shadow Ball, Flamethrower, and lastly, and this one I'm going to be working quite a bit towards, is Hidden Power Ice. It's another old moveset that I used that actually worked really well, especially when it came to other Pokemon that were like Dragonite or Garchomp. So hopefully, in the case of those two showing up, and of course, I want to go modest for the same reason I chose, you know, the adamant Heracross. Because I just want the power, and the speed boost will be enough to make him adequate. Okay, so next up, and I had a hard time choosing the next one. I definitely had to put a bit of thought into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am bringing you the Hydra. Yeah, and of course, nice, you know, powerful dragon type. So, and I also had fun trying to think of what I wanted to do for him, so I wanted to give him the Assault Vest. He doesn't really utilize any setup moves, so this is perfect. And as for the move pool, Dragon Pulse. Let's see, Flamethrower. Flash Cannon in case of fairies, and what was the last one I wanted? Right, Dark Pulse. And I decided to go with Timid. I know I normally want power sometimes, but in this case I can't always rely on power. Sometimes I need the speed, and with Hydreigon he's not fast enough to opt out Timid. So I'm going to go, this 349 is not a bad special attack, and it's not like, I don't know, he's going to be choiced or anything. So this is my team that I've decided to use.
My theme for the Pokemon Challenge was Peter Pan, and I went with Clefable, Gallade, and Marowak. The Clefable I chose as Tinkerbell with the ability Magic Guard and the items as leftovers to keep healing itself. Wish is to keep the party healthy and keep itself healthy. Toxic is to keep wearing down enemies in case I can't really attack or anything. Calm Mind is to help try and balance out with the defense since I did max out EVs in HP and defense. And I give it some EVs in special attack. And then Moonblast is kind of a filler move there, as I do feel it does need an attacking move. It's also running Modest Nature to help power up that Moonblast. And my next Pokemon being Peter Pan as the Gallade. And pretty much it's holding a life orb with the ability Justified. Justified over its other ability because I doubt I'm going to encounter any flinching Pokemon. It's got Sword Stance, Close Combat, Shadow Sneak, and Psycho Cut. Close Combat is a very good stab move. Shadow Sneak is to get down low HP Pokemon. Psycho Cut is a good stab move as well as with a high critical hit ratio. Attack EVs at max and hit points 4 as well as max EVs and speed. And then the last one I chose is the Landmark for Skull Rock with the Marowak, with the item Thick Club and the ability Rockhead because I'm running double edge here, so I don't want recoil damage, since it already has a substitute going right here. It's got the stab move Bone Ring and Stone Edge as to counter flying types, and the last two are for coverage or predicting the opponent. And then I have max EVs in attack, I have 200 EVs in HP, and 56 in speed. It's also running Adamant Nature, and by the way, the Gallade is running Jolly Nature, since I do feel I need a fast Pokemon. So, yeah, that's my team.
And these are the two teams ready for battle. I'd like to point out before the battle starts that this is Isaac, Millie is Isaac, and I'd also like to point out that before we even started the challenge, we flipped a coin and decided that the battle was going to be from Isaac's side, win or lose. So I'd just like to preface the battle with that. But let's get this battle started. Swift is issuing a challenge, an iron challenge, haha. She leads with Peter Pan, and Isaac leads with Hades, the Chandelure. I'm not sure what Swift was predicting here, but she goes for the Swords Dance. I'm pretty sure, though, she wasn't predicting a Flame Charge, because that is a very interesting move on Chandelure. And it deals not a lot of damage, but the move is not used for power, it's used for the speed boost. However, she ignores the speed boost by using Shadow Sneak and finishing Hades off, except for the fact that it has Focus Sash. That really saved Isaac on this one, because now the Shadow Ball, with stab and super effectiveness, finishes off Gallade without any problem. Even though it has a really good special defense stat, there's no way it could have survived that because of the whole super effective stab, and it has a base 145 special attack and it's modest. There's just no way. She brings in Skull Rock, and Isaac realizes this is the best time to switch out, so he switches to his Heracross, who resists Marowak's Boomerang, but despite resisting it, it still does a crap ton of damage because that is just really powerful. You know, Marowak has some amazing stats, especially because of the Thick Club. It can just super survive that. Anyway, Isaac goes for Stone Edge, predicting a switch, but she does not switch, surprising him, and goes straight for the Double Edge, finishing off Hercules, which is rather unfortunate for Isaac, but he's not going to let this get in his way. He switches in his Hydreigon, which he accidentally named Hades. I'll fix that up in editing. Oh, actually, that's going to be a hard edit. Never mind. Then he goes for Dragon Pulse, and she uses Double Edge again, and that does a pretty solid amount of damage. He then goes for Flash Cannon, just to finish off Skull Rock, maybe potentially predicting a switch, but whatever the case, it finishes off Skull Rock, switch or not. And now, Swift is left with only Tinkerbell. Isaac sees that he doesn't really have much of a choice other than to go for Flash Cannon, because if he switches, he's just delaying the inevitable, and it only does half its health because it has a bunch of defense, and special defense, of course. She goes for the Moonblast, which there's no way in hell it would have survived, even though it's assault vested, because 4 times super effective and stab, just Jesus Christ. It gets some leftovers health back, and this is the end of the battle. This is the last part. It's Chandelure versus Tinkerbell. Who's gonna win? Isaac goes for Flamethrower, and that is good. Wait, that's 1 health left. That is 1 health left. Tinkerbell goes for the Moonblast, and that finishes Hades off, and that is good game. This is an amazingly close battle. I think it's amazing that it was that close. I mean, look at that. It was 1 health left on Clefable. I think it was a really fun battle, and Isaac and Swift both recall having a great time doing the whole challenge. They had a good time, and I'm glad they had a good time. If you want to be in an Iron Challenge, please message me on YouTube or wherever. I guess YouTube's... Yeah, just if you want to participate in the Iron Challenge, feel free to message me, and I will gladly put you in the next one. You know, I'd love to have that. That'd be cool. And thank you so much for watching. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe, and, you know, do all those things. Also, here's the link to Isaac's channel again, in case you missed it the first time. And click there if you're interested in seeing what he has. Yeah. Just click on that one right there. Anyway, thanks for watching.